I am an idiot, and in this video I'm going to build a 3900X. Jesus! Ah, holy crap! This is gonna be the fastest AMD Ryzen 3900 per dollar spent. If you're watching YouTube, there's just too many people really good at what they're doing. And they're pushing the limits too high as far as like builds and stuff like that. But what happens to the average Joe, average guy like me that just wants to build a computer and got an MSI motherboard? Why? Is because it just looked good. I got 16 gigs of memory, clock 16, 3200. Why? Because it was just a good price. And of course I got the jewel of the crown, the AMD Ryzen 3900. Why? Is because I have a 6-core processor in this computer that I bought 10 years ago, and I said, you know what, double must be better. For those people watching computer builds out there, this is not gonna be one of those fancy ones when people spend 3 grand to make a computer that is the fastest and tops the charts. This is gonna be the cheapest computer you could make to have the most performance out of it without breaking the bank. Simple as that. This is for the average guy out there. The processor is coming out. It's an AMD 1055, 6-core processor, bought 11 years ago. If you think that I have fancy parts, I don't. This is a Gigabyte RX 560, 2 gigabyte video card, which serves me well for now to run 3 monitors. I don't really play that many games. It has this is an AMD 1055. Overclocked to 3.7 gigahertz. I have a Thermaltake 500 watt white power supply, not gold, not silver, not platinum, just white. This Asus motherboard was serving me well for many years. 10 years, no capacitors blew up, so this time I got an MSI. Hope I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm a big Asus fan. We'll see. Let's take the board out. This is a Tower fan I bought a while back. After all these years, this motherboard is coming out. 10 years. This is a statement to AMD quality, AMD processors and Asus motherboard quality. It went in 10 years ago with a 1055 processor running overclocked to 3.7 gigahertz and never had an issue. It has arrived, yes! And you know what, maybe I'm 42 years old, but I have the right to be happy about anything that I spend money for it, and I finally found one. You know how hard it is to get these things right now in October 2019? You have to I had to wake up in the middle of the night to buy this thing, in the middle of freaking night, because the message came in, oh, we're in stock. Yes! I got the memory. And I got the motherboard. It's a little bit squished, but hopefully it survived. So this is the T-Force Vulcan memory kit. Why did I choose this one? It was $49, so it was some kind of like a special sale for it. It's 16, 18, 18, 38. I don't know what that means. I've tried to watch a bunch of videos and supposedly 14 is better, but I don't know, 16 is fine. 3200 DDR4. Happy with that. This is the Asus motherboard, AMD Ryzen X570, right? So this is the X570 MSI motherboard. Why did I choose 570? I could have just saved some money and get a 470 or 450, but you know what? I got this one and it's just more stress. There was like a million things to choose from. I didn't know what to choose from, so I got the MSI. And you know what? I'm happy with it. AMD 3900, I'm gonna break the seal for it. So, ugliest knife I ever found. But you know what? Smells like AMD. Here it is. There it is. Comes with the sticker and everything, and it just looks like a normal processor. I swear, it looks like the one that I just pulled out of my 1055. Anyways, it is going to be a much faster processor. What else is in the box? Oh, it's such a big box because you have this monster cooler. It comes with a cooler, which is pretty nice. I remember 10 years ago when I was building the computer, AMD was the only one that was providing one with a cooler, and it was like the coolest thing in the world, but here it is. So, oh, it already has thermal paste on it, so I don't have to, I didn't have thermal paste, so that would have been a run to the store, but, you know, I'm happy with this thing, and it's so small compared to what I'm used to, but. So I'm going to build it into this ugly case. For those people that are not familiar with the ugly case, this is, I bought it 10 years ago, and it's new to me. Somebody gave it to me used, and I'm going to build it in this case. It's missing parts, it has broken stuff, it has holes in it like this. I don't have the front and the side panel. I don't care. Let's concentrate on important stuff, right? Motherboard comes out. This was $150. It was the cheapest motherboard at $570 that I could find. Reputable company, MSI, I hope. People told me that I have to be careful when I buy the motherboard based on the videos. As I said, I don't know how true those videos are. You see these MOFs over here? These are releasing like some kind of like a, when you overclock or whatever, so make sure you get the one that has the coolers on the MOFs. So I bought the one that has the coolers on the MOFs, or whatever they're called. So usually I put the board inside the case, but that was 10 years ago. I don't know if this is different or not, but here's the board, here's the processor. Man, the socket didn't really change in 10 years, even though it's AM3 before, this is AM4, but it sure looks the same. Obviously I don't want to touch anything on the processor. I'm not statically charged. I live in Vegas, there's no static over here. We don't have carpets, so there was like a little arrow over there on the processor, which I assume it has to face the arrow over here on the socket. And once I'm going to put this one in here, it's going to stay forever. So 10 years. The other one lasted 10 years. And then here's the cooler. There's a Wrath cooler, or Wrath, or whatever it's called. This is a short part that goes on this side, because you don't really have room for it, and this longer part over here is going to go on this side. Just a very, very simple basic cooler. Okay, I got it. You gotta put it in the angle, which you wouldn't think, you know, because, well, here goes nothing. Jesus! Holy crap! Okay, so there's crackling noises and stuff like that happening over here. So that was a little niche over there. You have to pull it over, and no, that didn't feel good at all. Memory, cheapest memory I could find. It was on sale. It was not cheap. It happened to be on sale. It has a metal guard over it or something like that that could dissipate heat or whatever. And it has to go in here. I don't know which one is DIMM 1 and which one is DIMM. Which one is DIMM 1? Okay, that memory went in, and this is the second one. It's time to go into the case. The best way to handle it is I usually hold it by the cooler. Here it is. This I gotta pop this one out. This is the old one for the old computer. These are quite sharp. You gotta be careful when you put these things in. I hope this motherboard fits into this case, because this case is like really outdated. Yeah, this parts over here are like 15 years old, like stuff left over from other computer builds. I'm looking for this kind of stuff, you know, that holds the motherboard in place. The best way to put the motherboard in is gotta lean the computer on the side like this. Let's see if I can make this happen. So I'm gonna shove this thing in here. But I have 9 mounting points. I have 9 mounting points over here. I'm gonna put 2 in, and then I can lift it up so you can see it, guys. There we go. One goes up there. That's why it's nice to be magnetic, because it holds the bolt in. Okay, now let's see what's going on with these wires. As I said, I haven't built one of these in a very, very long time, so I really don't know what's going on. This must be for the video card. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. So these ones with the 6 connectors on it, this is for the video card, right? These with 4, these are like additional power for the top of the board over there. So, you know, like people do crazy stuff with their wires. I don't really care. As long as they're not in the way, I'm good. So I've done my best with the wires. I'm kind of like a type of a guy who just shoves them behind. I'm not really picky as far as that goes. That's how I clean my video cards. And then this is the Gigabyte 5600. Not the greatest video card in the world, but it would just have to do. That's the most important part. Make sure that the cables don't get into the fans. And there it is. Will it post? I hope so. Just look how ugly it is. Just look how ugly it is. That's it. That's all I have. I don't have any face plates. I don't have any side plates. I don't have anything. But it's a Ryzen. That's for sure. Well, it definitely turns on. So if you watch the video all the way over here, you know I screwed up the memories. So I put them too close to each other. It was not supposed to be that way. It actually went to Windows. So the previous version of Windows was actually compatible with it. I haven't installed any drivers. I haven't done anything to it. I'm going to give it a test to see on Cinebench what it does. Here's my Cinebench 15 out of the box. We're going to run a test on it and just see what's going to happen. And run. I haven't done anything to this computers out of the box, exactly as it came. The memory and everything. First run. I don't even know what the score is going to be. Well, that rendered fast. Oh wow. Just to compare to my previous computer that I had before, I get 3005 points out of the Cinebench, right? 3005 points. I was getting, without overclocking, 415 before and 478 with overclocking to 3.26 gigahertz. So just out of the box, it beats Intel Xeon CPU 5650 12 core 24 count 3 times and more. What about Cinebench 20? Run, see what's gonna happen. The maximum frequency that I saw so far is running at 3.93 gigahertz, so that's all cores, 393, 392. I don't know if that's temperature related or what, but it's flying. Yeah, 391, 392, that's where it stays. And there it is. I finished rendering this and we're going to take a snapshot. Is 6,968 points, almost 7,000 points. It beats the 16-core AMD Threadripper. So the 16-core 32-thread, 3.4 gigahertz. It beats it by 300 points. So that is just out of the box, and it beats the 8-core 16-thread AMD Ryzen 1700X by 3455, so double. This is the proof that an idiot can just put one of these computers together and these days, and it will work just fine. I haven't done anything fancy to it. I'm just plugged it in over there into an old case, and I'm getting ridiculous scores without any optimization. I'm going to do a little bit of overclocking later on just to play with it, see what's going to happen, but I couldn't be more happy. And with very little knowledge that I have towards overclocking, I've enabled the OC Genie in the BIOS, and also I went to overclock settings and I've checked my RAM to go to 3200 because it's a 3200 kit. So with the Overclock Genie, you could see that it's running a 4.22 gigahertz all the time, and if I run the test on it, let's see how much it's going to improve. This is Cinebench. And it's scoring 303,000 versus 370 before and 305. Let's see what's about this Cinebench over here. So this is the R20. I already ran this one before, so this is not the first time I'm running it. I know I'm getting better performance. Also the temperatures went up a little bit. And there it is. It finished up at 7542. So it just finished up at 7542. So I don't know what are your score, guys, but this is what I could do with this particular system in this particular stage. Very good. Very happy with it. Thanks for watching, and let me know how do you like this idiot building his own AMD 3900X.